So, today we're doing responding to your opinions about season 10, let's say unpopular opinions, some may be a little more popular, with the legend herself, YUHUA HAMASAKI. I would say the winner of season 10 and the winner of All Star 7, but, all in good time.
When you can't win, you make up your own category, right? I tell people all the time that I'm the season 10.5 winner.
They're like, we're not sure about the exact season, let's put her somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
Let's sneak her in there.
But how are you? Thank you so much for having me. I cannot wait to chat with you because I have not chatted with anyone in almost 2 weeks.
Oh my god, is
Yeah.
it still quarantine there in the US?
Girl, we're about to enter lockdown number 2. It's never gonna end. By the time this is over, it's gonna be 2030.
Jesus Christ, it's a lot.
I think I'm okay with it because nobody else is doing anything. So if they're being unproductive, I have a better excuse to be unproductive. Because usually when other people are doing something, they're chasing after their dreams. And if I'm just laying in my bed, I'm like, oh my god, what the hell are you doing with your life? But if everybody's on the same page, I'm all right with it.
Exactly, and I remember when the first when the first lockdown happened here and also just around the world, everybody was like, okay, let's all get into shape in these 2 months that we're gonna be in here. And now everybody's just like, let's wait it out. Let's let's just wait until it ends and that's it.
Yeah, 2 months my ass. Well, originally our president quote unquote, said 2 weeks will be out. Because the lockdown happened initially back in March, and then April came, never happened. May, June, July. Next thing you know, bitch, it's almost a year and we're still in lockdown.
Yep.
But you know what? Whatever. Just take the time to really reflect on yourself. Relax. Give yourself some time to think and breathe. That's what I've been doing.
Absolutely.
And I haven't really had the time to do that before, so this is something different.
So, are you ready to get into the opinions?
Yes, let's get into our bootleg opinions. Or should I say, we're going to get into our official opinions since we're on your channel.
The first opinion, obviously, I had to have it be the first one, says, YUHUA was low-key kinda robbed. Now, I'm not gonna say low-key, I'm gonna say high-key.
Says no one ever.
No, hear me out. So, for the first episode, when you did
Yeah,
your...
3 people.
When you did... Me or Nation Venus Delight.
Yes.
So for your caution tape dress, literally the only negative critique that they had about it was, oh, we've already seen this with Ivy Winters. Sure, Ivy Winters wore that as her entrance look that she made at home, not for the competition, and she just had a skirt. You had a full-on, let's say, gown made out of it. Obviously, I assume there were some undergarments there that you built on top of.
Yes.
And you made a fucking ankh on your head, which became a song.
Oh, a terrible song.
Listen, I think it's hilarious.
Some people don't. They were like, is this bitch for real? I'm like, yes, I'm for real. Yeah, when I make the outfits, actually there were 2 outfits that I was going to make. It was either going to be a red outfit or the caution tape outfit. But when it came to the caution tape outfit, I was like, you know what? What would Ru wear? What would she like to wear? And I made that outfit in a silhouette that RuPaul would wear because, she liked those flowy dresses, long gowns showing her shoulders. I was like, if I'm going to impress the judges, mainly RuPaul, I'm going to make it something that she would wear. And I made that for her, actually. And she said that this is one of her favorite outfits that she has seen.
In my opinion, and as I've seen for many people's that submitted their opinions, it's kind of like a public consensus that out of the 4 high queens, so the 1 winner and 3 high queens, 2 of them were there for storyline reasons, and the other 2 were you and Bleh-r.
Who were there for story? So who was there in the top? So it's me, Bleh-r, Mayhem, and who else?
And Cracker.
Oh, okay.
And
okay.
the general idea is that Mayhem got the win because it was her 10th time auditioning for Drag Race, and she's pretty well known even before Drag Race, I would say. And then on the other hand, you had Cracker and the whole thing that they tried to make with her and Aquaria, which just... Why are they pushing storylines on real life people? It's a little uncomfortable sometimes to watch.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Here's what I think. I think we all did something that was, our outfits that we made were good in our own ways. Mine was more drag on a dime, but evening gown. Bleh-r was more high fashion. And Mayhem was fashion as well. And Cracker was just creating everything.
Oh, yeah.
From drag on a dime into an outfit. So I think we all had our own good in our own outfits. I think it was really up to the judges, I think.
Yeah, of course, who they wanted to have that first win.
Yeah.
And also, I just want to mention this because, again, a lot of people mentioned it and actually ask you your opinion. But do you think that Monique should have been up there with any of y'all?
Oh yeah, I said this in a talk. I was like, I thought she was gonna be in the top because she had a whole silhouette and a whole outfit made of cards, and she even had her hair made out of cards. I told her this in Untucked and in the group Untucked when we were all sitting on the couch. I was like, I thought you were gonna be in the top. I actually thought Asia was gonna be in the top as well.
I think it's one of the better Drag on a Dime challenges because even the bottom two outfits, like, they were not awful. They just kind of Well, look at me saying not knowing how to like even sew in something, but you're a seamstress. I think so. I think you can kind of back me up on this, saying that there weren't any duds really for that.
Yeah, I remember being in the workroom making the clothes. I was looking around. I was like, okay, these girls did not came to play, because I've seen earlier challenges like where they had to create their own things. Half the girls look like shit. Let's say there's 10 girls. 5 girls look like shit. 2 are safe, and then there's 3 that's like decent or like really good, right? But I was looking around the room. I was like, everybody's bringing it. I remember saying to Aquarium Monet, because we all were in the same circle when we were making our clothes, I was like, everybody's bringing it. Nobody's clothes look bad. Like you said before, Calorie and Vanjie's, theirs are not bad. It's just not the best. Like, if you were to put them in like season 11, girl, they would be like safe, you know what I mean? But they were not bad. And these girls really brought it. I mean, like, let's be honest. If you look at season 11 where they had to make their own things, girl, not even 50%, more like 70% outfits were like not good.
Or a little too simplistic, I think, also.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Everybody brought it.
And that's a nice segue into the next opinion that said that the queens on your season were amazing, but that just because of the challenges, the season was kind of boring.
I think that with the challenges, the one that made no sense was All Stars 4. Do you remember the clown challenge where they had to like dress as a clown and like they did like a red carpet?
Oh yeah, it made no sense.
And that happened right after the Sex and the City parody that they did. I was like, okay, what the fuck? What did I just watch? The script made no sense. The transition made no sense. And after watching it, I'm like, how do you decide who's good and who's bad? Because they didn't click at all. So I thought if you want to talk about bad challenge, season 4, the clown challenge.
I think on your season there was also the breast world and the evil twins challenge, which also I will mention later. But yeah, a lot of people seem to have, I don't want to say problems with, but find the challenges being like the worst sort of aspect of the season, you know?
I think here's what I think. I just think they need some new challenges at this point.
Definitely.
It's not that they're bad. It's just that they're so overdone that when the viewers watch it, it's like, okay, we need something new. It's not that they're bad. It's just like I said about the sewing challenges where they had to make their own things. It's not bad. It's just that it's kind of, repetitive.
Well, I think at this point it's like kind of formulaic even. They're like,
yeah, it's like an equation.
Yeah. Like the first episode, let's create something. Second episode, group challenge. Third episode, acting, etc., etc. It doesn't seem like, not to say that there isn't much thought put into it, but that there's a pattern that they're comfortable and familiar with that they just don't want to break away from.
Yeah, I remember Katya tweeting, I think it was season 13 of All Star. She was like, what the fuck is this challenge? Do you remember? And everybody was saying, what the fuck to this challenge? Which challenge was it? Do you remember? It was this year. I'm
thinking like, okay, so maybe All Star 6 is...
5.
Oh yeah, 5. God damn, there's so many of them.
I know.
All Stars, maybe the backyard ball.
Oh, I think it was. We just need something new, girl. We just need something
Absolutely.
a little bit fresh. It's not that it's bad. It's just that we need a different formula.
And definitely something that lets the queens be more independent in what they show and what they create.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Because at the end of the day, we all watch the season just for the queens. Evil Twins Challenge, which I mentioned just a little bit ago, is the worst challenge done on RuPaul's Drag Race.
Is it the one where they have to do like the saboteur and all that stuff?
Yeah, and basically just talk shit about themselves. It's like, what?
Like, why would... I don't know, girl. Like, to be honest, I didn't watch the rest of the season. I'm going to be very honest with you.
Like, once you were eliminated, you were like, nope, that's it.
when I was on the episodes, I didn't watch it, and I think a lot of queens can relate to this. It's kind of just cringy to watch it. Like, yeah, that was me, but that was me a year ago, more than a year ago. I don't even think like that anymore. I don't even behave like that. My makeup doesn't even look like that anymore. So it's kind of cringy to watch yourself behave that way. So that's why I don't watch it, and a lot of queens don't watch it. It's no hate on the show. It's just that it's kind of cringy to watch it. Even on my Bootleg Opinions, I don't watch the older episodes. I don't even look like that or talk like that.
Oh, same.
You know what I mean?
I cringe at my videos from a year ago because when I started and for the first sort of year, 2 years on YouTube, I would talk like this and in like a higher pitched voice to seem like friendlier. But then like I don't talk like that.
Yeah, so it's nothing against the production or the show. It's just that I don't watch it because it's cringy for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's cringy for me. It's something that I and a bunch of girls need to get over. So based on what you mentioned, yeah, why do they need to talk shit about themselves?
Well, just think like who the bottom two were. It was Kameron and Miss Cracker who spent the majority of the season being like, I have some mental health issues, which by the way, we don't want to psychoanalyze them because that's just not what we're here to do. But based on what we've seen on the show, it was like, oh, of course the two queens that said they had the most insecurities would not enjoy doing that challenge.
I don't got much to say because I haven't seen it, but if I were to judge on the looks, I don't think that they were bad at all. I remember Cracker's was bad. Cracker was bad. Did she come up with the hair? No, she came with the horns.
Oh yeah, so the three of the girls, Kameron, Aquaria, and Cracker, used their looks that you were asked to bring, like a prehistoric look runway, and
oh yes,
I guess the girls were just like exhausted at that point and they did not want to sew new outfits and everything. They were just like, okay, let me just use this look and do, let's see what happens with it.
Well, let me confirm it and that it's not tea anymore. It's actually the truth. I don't know if they do not want to sew anymore, but we were supposed to bring a prehistoric look that was not used, but when I saw the looks coming out, yeah, it looked pretty prehistoric.
I remember that you posted a lot of like what you would have worn on the season, which, by the way, can I just brown nose you some more? Your hat's incredible and your mermaid looks just fantastic.
Aw, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
So let's say that you did get to do the Evil Twins challenge. Do you think that you would have also gone the route of using your prehistoric runway just for the fucks of it?
I guess I could, but it wouldn't make no sense. But half of them didn't make sense on the show anyway, so I guess we could always make it work. I think it's with the show, the runway, people have to remember that it's not just a fashion show. And I say this on
it's also how you present.
Is that you have to you have to present it, like with your hand gestures, with the way you move, with the way you walk. If it has a good story, it sells. You know what I mean?
Oh, also the editing in the Evil Twins challenge. It was a lot. It was too much.
Oh yeah, they were separated on the runway, like the good side and the bad side, right?
And then they had to react like in Untucked, like, oh my god, I can't believe my evil twin is in the bottom, and it's...
It becomes cringy.
A lot. And I think it's really cringy for the girls too, just like, okay, so now act happy, and you're like anxiety ridden in a competition on a few hours of sleep. It's like,
yeah, I remember being in the Feathers challenge during Untucked. I was like, I do not want to talk to anybody. I do not want to talk to any queens. I don't know if you remember watching, but I was just there, like, silent. Like,
you seem kind of defeated. Yeah,
I was just like, okay, I know I'm going home, like, let me just think about lip syncing and whatnot. I was just like, girl, who got time to argue? I mean, there are some people that want to argue, but like, I don't got time to argue.
This next one is a little more specific to a performance in the challenge, saying that Kameron threw the makeover because Anthony Padilla, who was her partner, he's a great guy and allegedly would have done anything to help her. You said that you didn't really watch the season, but do you remember what Kameron did for that challenge?
I actually rewatched the runway for you, actually.
Thank you so.
And that's when she lip synced with Monet, right?
Yeah, the Good as Hell lip sync.
What do you mean through the challenge? Like she gave up?
Yeah, like she just kind of didn't want to do it.
I don't know. When I was watching the runway, I thought the strong ones were Eureka and Cracker. And Cracker won, right? Yeah, those were my top two favorites. Yeah, but the rest of them were kind of eh.
I think the makeover challenges in general are just weirdly judged, and you never really know what the judges will like that season. Because one season they're going to like
two
completely different looks. One season they're gonna like exact same looks.
Oh
It's a
yeah,
lot.
same thing with Jimbo on Canada's Drag Race. They thought hers was too sexy. I'm like, girl,
Well-
that was my favorite transformation out of all of them.
I don't know if you remember in season 1 when Nina Flowers did her makeover challenge, they told her that her partner looked too much like a drag queen. And I was like, what show are we on? What is this?
What's you never know. Like I said, you just never know what they're looking for. Sometimes it's if it's a different judge, the critiques might have been different, or if it's a different time era, it might have been different. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? It's just all different factors, you know.
Yeah, so I don't really think that Kameron threw the makeover because like they looked great. They looked put together.
Yeah, they look put together. I just don't think that the outfit was amazing.
Yeah, somebody did say that Good as Hell, which is her lip sync, Cameron's lip sync with Monet, should have been a double shantay instead of New Attitude, which was
Nope.
You don't agree with that?
I don't agree with that, and I also don't agree that Eureka and Cameron should have been a double shantay. No.
Oh, interesting.
They did Good as Hell by Lizzo. I assume that based on the type of music that Monet performs to, that she would have slayed it. But then watching back, I was like, okay, Cameron slayed it, and Monet didn't do as well as Cameron. And as for the double shantay with Eureka and Kameron, I don't think it should have been a double at all. It was just that just so happens they did a split at the same time. I think the double shantay of the season should have been Monet and Dusty during Pound the Alarm.
Interesting. I thought you were going to say Mayhem and Monet because to me that was the let's say double shantay worthy one.
Nope, I thought Pound the Alarm. And I think Dusty and I should have changed songs because I'm not a rock and roll girl and she's not a Nicki Minaj girl. And I think if we switch songs, the outcomes might have been a little bit better.
So in the finale, there was also a double shantay between Aquaria and Eureka. Now, do you think that one should have also been a double shantay?
I would say that they were both fierce. They both had costume reveals. They both did great during the season, so deserve it.
Oh yeah, and I think if only one of them won, it would have been like obvious who the winner is because they were going up against Kameron, who lip synced 3 times during the season. It was like you're not gonna win,
I will say she's a fierce performer. She's a great lip syncer. She's a great dancer. And I remember every time we go into the workroom and before the filming starts, like once we go in, like when we were all setting up and stuff, girl, she has her iPod in. She's lip syncing. She's preparing for the worst already. She might not even be in the bottom, but she's like preparing for the worst, like just in case she's lip syncing.
Just in case she gets to perform, yeah.
Yeah, like, and that's what I call a true professional, like preparing even though you might not be lip syncing. And you know how everybody gives me shit, not gives me shit, but I still think it's hilarious about the air guitar. I actually got that from her because while I was doing my red hair for the feathers look, she was on my right side. She was, as usual, she's preparing her lip sync with her headphones in. I saw her doing, hey, so glad you came. I saw her rocking the fucking air guitar. I was like, okay, I guess I'll do that too.
I don't get the hype around Bleh-r. She was just okay for me.
I would say, like I said, I didn't watch the season, so I don't know what was aired and what was not aired. But after the season, I think she really pushed herself and really blossomed. Her aesthetic has changed. The way she does drag is different. The way she does her makeup, it's a grown-ass woman. And her music videos and the way she speaks is so intelligent for someone her age.
Yeah, and just to think, she was 21, right, when season 10 happened.
Yeah, and like, we were all nearly in our 30s, well, except Aquaria,
Aquaria was like 10.
And I've chatted with her before in car rides before, and she has the mindset of an adult. Like, I can talk to her as if she's my age or if not older, you know what I mean? And I think that's someone who's that really knows herself and knows what she wants. She knows that nothing's going to be handed to her. She has to work hard and she has to invest. And if she wants to get to where she wants to go, she has to put in the hard work. And a lot of times, a lot of the young girls, not from Drag Race, but like drag queens in general, they think that, oh, you put on a wig, you put on some makeup, you think that you're going to be a superstar. But no, ma'am. There's a lot of hard work that you don't see in front of the cameras that people don't know about. For instance, you know about YouTube. Like, to make a 10-minute YouTube video, it's not just 10 minutes. It's 16 plus hours of
especially
getting ready, setting up, filming, editing.
And when somebody says, oh my god, I could do YouTube too, I'm just like, try it. Let me see you do it. Please do.
Try it. Yeah, try it.
But so I don't know if the person that submitted this, when they say the hype around Bleh-r, do they mean like her runway looks or her performance or, I don't know, her in general? She was definitely much better on All Stars and on season 10. And I can see in that aspect to be like, well, she wasn't really that good on season 10, but like, based on her track record, she was like one of the better ones on season 10. Next one, and this one is look-wise, so, and this is your forte, so I'll let you take this one first. Aquaria did not deserve the ball win at all. Her final look was literally material glued to her and a cape. Also, Mayhem should have at least been high or won the ball. Let's do Aquaria first.
To be honest, I rewatched it again, and I thought she should have been the winner, actually. Because although the last look that she did, it was kind of but like her other two looks were strong and unique. Whereas other girls, they just kind of came out in a dress and like, with like 2 lines sewed down on the left and the right. You know what I mean? Like, it's nothing bad about it. I just think that Aquaria had a stronger take on her look, and she knew herself. You know what I mean? I
also found the color palettes that she chose for all of her looks interesting, because the first one was like sort of pastel, and then the next one was really colorful. You had all primary colors there, and then the last one was just black. Yeah. And like really well thought out, I would say.
Yeah, every girl had like a safe look, a bad look, and a good look, but with her, I thought she had 2 good looks. And a weak look. So I think it eventually evened out. That with hers, although her last look was kind of you know, it made her the winner.
And I think she played it smart. I mean, they were like, you have to sew. She was like, fine, 2 pieces of fabric. And that's it.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, it's about how you sell yourself down the runway, and she sold it.
And what about Mayhem's looks?
I thought hers were great too. I liked the one where she came out in the red. I thought that was strong.
I love that one.
I loved that look. And then the white look, I liked it from the waist up. I thought she could have done a little bit more with the bottom instead of just being like a dress. And what was her last look? Can you remind me?
Oh, her resort wear.
Her resort. Oh, I thought it was pretty. I thought it was pretty. It was very pin-up. You know, I thought it was pretty.
Next one. Vanjie's exit line was not funny. It just became annoying when everyone kept repeating Miss Vanjie over and over again.
I thought it was cool, but let's just say this. Anything could get annoying if it gets overused.
Absolutely.
I don't think it was annoying, but if you overuse it, yeah, of course it's going to get annoying. But I probably don't say it every day. So, yeah. And also, I remember when she was leaving, she was saying that. I think I turned to one of the queens. I forgot who it was. I was like, what did she say? And the person next to me, she was like, I don't know what she said.
The last opinion says, I liked Monet's sponge dress.
Who said that? Who said that?
The name is slightly shady.
Who says that? I remember her making that dress. I was like, girl, this is no good. This is ugly. I think it has potential. I think it could be a good look if she actually placed the sponges strategically. You know what I mean? But they were just all like
clumped together.
It just looked like bacteria bursting out of the dress. Green, yellow, blotchy, and bubbly. And I think if she strategically placed like the green, the big cutouts of the green in the near the waist area,
and to give her a shape.
And then if she places the small ones at the top, and then at the bottom it trickles down from large to medium to small to extra small, and then fading it out to no sponge. I think it could have been a good look, but like the way that she placed them, it was just no good. It looks like a monster erupting from like, I don't know, girl, from like a chemical reaction from Russia that didn't go well.
But I just loved her explanation of it. Those are the bubbles, and then my eyes are blue because water and sponges, and it's no.
Let's just put it this way. Her explanation and her delusion of liking the dress and thinking that it's a good dress is the same level of delusion that I have for winning season 10. It did not happen. It's not good.
She milked that thing until there was nothing to milk anymore. Now, if she did it well, is a whole other thing.
She squeezed every drop of water out of that sponge, right?
Well done. I love that analogy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And that's it, everybody. That's the video. That's the podcast. That's the tea. That's everything you needed for today.
Honestly, this is going to end up being like over half an hour long once I edit it out and everything.
That's fine.
Honestly, yeah, those are the kind of videos I like to watch, like the ones where it's like I can listen to this and also like kind of zone out a bit but still know what's happening.
So basically, like, if it's garbage, you don't want to listen to it, and then if it's like good, you'll actually tune in.
And now with the new YouTube feature where like you can separate certain chapters of the video, if you don't like what we're talking about at whatever point, you can just skip to the next one, you know. And that. Thank you for watching.
And thank you for watching, and thank you so much for having me, my love.
It has been a pleasure talking to you.